It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm on Woodward, cruising the
song?
street. Yeah, it's a guy named Ursher, baby.
Who's she?
Ursher. He's not Mr. Studio Girl. That's Trey Songz, though.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
My favorite part about this is we all decided to wear onesies. Adam did not have a onesie. I happen to have one, and to me, it is the perfect onesie. Don't do that while I'm sitting behind you. Yeah. It is the perfect onesie for Adam. It's an Eeyore onesie because you're so energetic and you're so excitable.
And I'm Mike Davis.
And I owe Adam $20 from my stupid bet last night. He had every opportunity to get 15 fantasy points.
Folks, let me give you the breakdown. Let me give you guys the breakdown. So I made a bet with Sam that Mike Davis wouldn't get more than 15.5 points.
Fantasy points.
Fantasy points.
Correct.
PPR.
Yep.
He finished with 8.7.
Ugh.
I love me.
But the first drive, he had like 4.5 points. So I was like, oh, man, this is in the bag. Like, the whole game, the whole Thursday night football game was going exactly as I predicted. Like, Atlanta was going up and down the field. It was a high-scoring game. They traded points in the first, like, Atlanta didn't even punt till 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game. I thought Mike Davis would do his thing, and 66 yards on the ground. 13 carries,
That is the
one
third
catch.
straight week he has been absolutely shit. Why? Because teams know they stack the box, make Teddy Bridgewater throw the ball, and it's going to increase their chances to win the football game.
Good morning, Jenna. Thanks for checking in on Facebook Live. Everybody checking in on Facebook Live right now. If you want to drop your name or you just want to say hi, we'll say hi back. It's Friday. It's Halloween. This is usually my favorite time of the year. I'm usually hosting nightclubs with Halloween parties, which are by far my favorite parties to host because people just let themselves go and have fun. I feel like when people put on costumes, they just kind of embody the costume and they change who they are.
Yeah,
So,
it brings the best out of them.
It does, man, especially the ladies. The ladies love to let loose on Halloween, and I'm sorely missing that this year.
It's unfortunate. That's all I can say.
But Thursday Night Football happened last night. Mike Davis did not do what I expected him to do. Julio Jones, on the other hand, is who we thought he was, especially when Calvin Ridley went down. You knew that Julio was just going to get a ton of looks, and he ended up with 7 receptions, 137 yards, man.
I brought this up in the pregame show, was that I didn't know Julio Jones is the all-time leading receiver in yards per game in NFL history.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. I was like, whoa. That was a 96 a game, I believe, is the number. It probably went up last night to like 96.1 or something.
I mean, the dude puts up numbers. So what do you want to say about Julio Jones?
He's a beast. That's all you can say.
Do you put him above Calvin Johnson?
All time?
All time.
Yes.
Yeah? Why?
Resume-wise.
Okay.
For me, my top 3 receivers ever, Rice, Moss, and Calvin. But if we're going by credentials and all
so
that.
So you're bumping Calvin?
You have to bump Calvin off based on production over a period of time.
So Calvin's now 4 on your list?
No, Calvin's still 3 on my list. I'm just saying, if you're going to go by resume and you're going to compare numbers, Julio's going to win that discussion, that's all. No, but for me, those are my top 3 receivers. That's not going to change anytime.
So what are they again? What are your top 3 receivers?
We got Jerry, Randy, Calvin.
Yeah, Randy Moss, definitely one of the greatest of all times.
I think also, I don't know how you feel about this guy. I don't want to get off topic, but Terrell Owens. Very underappreciated, I think.
Underappreciated, but never.
In the media.
Yeah.
In the media.
I don't know, man. Terrell Owens is Terrell Owens. Like, he was a great wide receiver, but I don't put him in that class of GOAT. He's not in the GOAT class.
You put Marvin Harrison over him?
Harrison? Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. We're on the same page. I like
hey,
that.
We did it.
I like that.
Well, it's Halloween. Big game tomorrow. It's going on at Michigan. It's going to be weird to see the big house empty like that.
Yeah.
But Michigan State, the in-state rivalry game. I remember being like in grade school. Everybody would change, like wear your Michigan or Michigan State stuff. The school would be split, all that good stuff. Who do you got in this game?
It's an easy pick. If you're not picking Michigan to win this game, I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, and even Anson, who is like the biggest Michigan State fan, despises Michigan. He even was like, I don't want to pick this game, man. Like, we already kind of know what's going to happen. But Sometimes these are the type of games where it's like, oh, they're taking it for granted. Like, Michigan's been cocky all week in practice. They're not really focused. They saw Michigan State get blown out by Rutgers, and it's like, oh, man, we don't have to take this team seriously. And then, boom, punched in the mouth.
Yeah, I would love nothing more than for it to be a very good game, entertaining, but I think Jim Harbaugh remembers very clearly that punt fumble. And I don't think they're going to
Jalen Watts-Jackson out of Orchard Lake St. Mary's ran that in for a touchdown. What's up, Jalen Watts-Jackson?
There you go. I love the shout-out.
Yeah. I try to get him in every time I can.
Yeah.
Every
St.
time
Mary's
I can.
boy, I love it.
Proud of my high school.
But yeah, if you have money on this game, you got to pick Michigan. There's no way State.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Milton having a monster game, like having his coming out party per se. Like,
it's kind of weird because you don't learn anything from Michigan if they win the game, but if they lose the game, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Lions against Jacksonville to me. It's how they win the game. Like, if this is a struggle, if this is a battle, if they're barely beating Michigan State, then that's problematic. But if they come out and dominate from the opening kickoff all the way to the end and blow them out like 35-7, then it's like, okay, Michigan's a strong game. Yeah, but if they lose, then holy shit, Harbaugh, you can come work for us because I'm sure people are going to be mad at you.
Yeah, that would not look good.
No.
That would not be good.
No, and it doesn't set the tone well for what happens if they face Ohio State later on.
Yeah, it derails the whole season. And there's only 6 conference games this year.
Yep.
The last thing Michigan needs is a stupid loss to Michigan State.
Yeah. I love State, though. You know State fans love to party, so hopefully on Saturday we're all going to party together as a State. Like, I went to University of Detroit, so we don't even have a football team. They sold their football team in the 70s so they could build a building. Isn't that the weirdest story ever? It's true. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
Why would you? You didn't go to UAD. You're not. I mean, but UAD used to have a football team, and so there used to be 2 teams in Detroit. There used to be Wayne State and UAD, but then UAD got rid of their football team for some reason. And I wish there was another like D. Could you imagine if there was D1 football inside the city limits of Detroit?
Detroit needs it.
Oh my God, that would be so amazing!
Yeah.
Like, and if they, were able to pool all the athletes out of Cass Tech and really poach from this area, I would love to see like a Detroit college. As much as I love Michigan and Michigan State, I went to UAD, like I said, so it'd be cool inside the city limits to have a badass football team.
How do you feel about the Cass Tech program? Because the other day I heard some idiot bash on the Cass Tech program that they don't deliver any college recruits.
How can you bash on Cass Tech at all?
know.
Corey, come here. Let's get Corey's review on Cass Tech.
Corey's the one who actually told me about this, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Corey brought it up to me while we were sitting down.
Who in their right mind has been bashing Cass Tech?
Come here, buddy.
Yeah, get on this mic real quick. Who's been bashing Cass Tech, man?
The other stations.
Really?
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even know the other stations knew high school football existed. They don't ever acknowledge it.
Yeah, they said that Cass Tech produces overrated athletes. I'm like, okay, I've never heard of that one. They're like Adam said the other day, they're basically D1 in high school.
Right. It's so tough to call high school kids overrated, like 17-year-olds overrated, because you don't know how they're going to evolve. You don't know what their body's going to turn into. I mean, Cass Tech has turned out some really good D1 athletes, and not everybody goes pro.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think it's pretty ludicrous. Especially when you go to the college ranks, you're going to get different. You're going to get different coaching. You're going to get better. I mean, I don't know how you can call somebody overrated in high school, just like you said. It's too early for that.
You see it all the time with those stupid ass recruits. Oh, he's a 5-star recruit. And then these 2-star recruits, like myself. I graduated high school kind of young, 17. Like, I was still about 6'1" when I left high school. Now I'm 6'4". I was really skinny. I filled out and stuff like that. And that's what happens to these kids like me. They're good athletes, but then they get to college and they actually grow and they become men, and then they become better than the 5-star recruits who matured earlier in high school. Like, anybody who thinks Cass Tech has a poor program doesn't know fucking football at all. Like, you're an idiot. I don't know who said that, but you're an idiot, and we can fight about it if you want.
I don't think they want to fight about it, though. I mean, they seen you the other day go ahead and go against go out there in Hot Rocks and blow up that damn machine. I don't think anybody wants to get in the ring with you or anything like that. Come on.
But come on, man. Like, just to disrespect any program, any high school program is asinine. High school football is there to teach kids about fundamentals. It's there to give kids an outlet, something to do. So even if the team sucks, you should never bash on high school football. But to bash on Cass Tech, those guys churn out fucking athlete after athlete after athlete.
Yeah, especially since they're like one of the premier high school football teams in the state. I don't get it.
I wish the person that said this was sitting in front of me, because I'd like to know what their standard is. Like, how many pros do they have to turn out, or what do they need to see out of Cass Tech for it to be a good program, except turning multiple kids into college scholarship athletes? Like, that's the point, right?
I mean, who knows? Maybe it wasn't an educated opinion. Maybe it was just saying something just for shock value. You never know. I mean, anybody with common sense wouldn't say that about Cass Tech. But.
No, not in this city. You know what that shows me? That they're not from Detroit. They're probably some fucking out-of-towner that got brought in because they have some sports opinion. Maybe it's a guy who's a fan of the Giants. Could be. I'm assuming that's who it is. But
Good assumption.
That's what you get when you get out-of-towners coming in Detroit trying to talk Detroit stuff. They don't know. They don't get it.
They don't understand the culture. They don't get the fabric. It's
Right. No, but they're not turning out pro after pro, so that program sucks. No, stay here, Corey. Stay here. I want your opinion on this, Corey. You went to Ferndale, right?
Yes.
Did you guys ever play Cass Tech?
No, we did not play Cass Tech, but we did play U of D and got the snot kicked out of us.
Oh, you a D Jesuit?
Yes.
All right, yeah. St. Mary's used to play them all the time. They're in the Catholic League.
Yeah, I think we played out in Hamtramck. It was a playoff game because for some reason they played their playoff games in Hamtramck for a while. But
Well, yeah, the field they had at one point was really bad, like really bad behind their school. And when I played there back in the day, I mean, like there were busted 40s on the fucking ground and stuff while we're playing. It was like, I don't know about this place. So yeah. I'm glad they picked a better field for you guys.
Yeah, I'll say my teammates played. I didn't play. I played LB left bench. So
yeah,
I got to see that ass kicking.
Yeah, you played end, guard, and tackle, right? End of the bench. You guarded the water cooler and tackled anybody that came close.
Hey, I was the Cordell Stewart of the team. I played multiple positions from the sideline.
Yeah, I see you being too nice to play football, man.
Yeah. I mean,
you're like a friendly giant.
I was not great. I was not good. I was serviceable, and then I was no longer serviceable.
Well, that's what happens in high school. It's really tough to pin down high school kids and project where they're gonna go. I mean, like I've watched KJ Hamler, who's now a pro in high school. I've watched, but there's also been kids who've run through St. Mary's, like a Justin Siller and stuff like that. They go to Purdue and play, but you think they're gonna be pros, but they never really make it to that level. And actually, Jermaine Gonzalez is another guy who I played with in high school. He ended up going to Michigan. He was gonna be their quarterback. He went in for one snap. It was a bad snap. He fumbled it, and that was really his last chance at playing quarterback. Then they transferred him to wide receiver. Monster game against Michigan State. His brother actually posted the video earlier. That's why I kind of re-kicked my memory on that. But he didn't end up going pro. But when he was in high school, his senior year, he threw for 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So, of course, you're going to think, that guy's going pro. He's amazing. But that doesn't mean St. Mary's didn't do a good job turning him out. It just means, like, sometimes shit happens when you get to the college level, and not everything's going to work out always.
And also, too, when they go ahead and get to the college level, it doesn't mean that they're going to go ahead and take it seriously. For you could just get to the college level, ride off your what they call it, ride off your own laurels from what you did in high school,
right?
And you just try to take it to the bank. You just don't do any kind of improvement. You just rest on your laurels.
Yeah, I was a complete asshole when I was 18, 19, and 20. I couldn't even imagine being an elite athlete who's had everything handed to me. Girls at major universities just like lining up at my door, like parties just wanting me to be there.
I can imagine that. I would love to imagine that.
Let's imagine that for a second. That's nice. Well, good, man. I'm sad anybody would ever trash Cass Tech in this city. Besides what they do on the football field, what they do for the youth, and what Big Sean does so much with Cass Tech. They have their own studio, the music program. Like, just don't talk shit about Cass Tech, man. What are you doing?
Especially with the alumni that they have, they are very. I know I say crap about Cass Tech on Facebook just to be funny, and they light my ass up every day. So I mean,
but that's different. You're here. You're part of this. Yeah. You're not some outsider with some dumbass opinion.
Yeah, I just whatever. I don't get it. I tried to make sense of it, but it's just It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, well, that was not at all part of our show prep or anything we talked about. But when Adam said that you brought it up to him that someone was bashing Cass Tech, we got to address that right now. Like,
hey, like just so you know, it wasn't me this time. Don't go ahead and blow up my Facebook. It was not me. I said nothing disrespectful. You guys have taken very great care of me, especially through my other stuff. I love Cass Tech.
Hell yeah, I love Cass Tech. A great school. I wish every school was like Cass Tech, to be honest with you, the way they educate their kids. So yeah, Cass Tech, we love you. Detroit loves you. Keep churning out athletes. Doesn't matter if they make it to the pros or not. Like, not everybody does. Like, the odds of any athlete making it to the pro is so minuscule.
Very minuscule.
Right. Well, thanks, Corey. I appreciate your insight on that. Adam checking back in. I like how you guys like wrestled, high-fived in, like tagged him in like that. Yeah. It's like, all right, you're in.
I don't know how people talk shit about a high school program.
So really, they're kids. They're kids. Well, that's Danucci. No, but it's just so weird when grown-ass men like to bash on high school kids. Like, dude, you're weird.
Did you have your life figured out at 18? Because I know I didn't.
18? Shit, I don't have my life figured out now. We just started this. Like I'm just figuring out my life. So don't, oh man, that's just so weird to me. But we'll move on. Michigan State, we'll get back into that. Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be some Cass Tech athletes on the field for that game. There's got to be some that go to Michigan or Michigan State. We'll have Corey research that. But I'm looking forward to this game. I just love the sense of normalcy that football gives us during this crazy-ass time in our lives. Like, honestly, what will we be doing without football right now? We'd be just staring at each other and saying fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy football's here. College football, Michigan State. Big game.
Yeah.
Who you rooting for? Put it in the middle, or put it in our comments on Facebook. Are you a Michigan or Michigan State fan?
You got Michigan winning the football game, obviously.
Oh yeah, huge. Right, cool. I got them dominating the football game.
Yeah, by more than 20.
Ooh.
I say they win by like 16 or 18.
Yeah, I like that range.
Yeah. I
like that range.
It's going to be that high scoring of a
game. Like, maybe a 35-19, 35-20 type game.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
But dominating.
Well, speaking of predicting wins.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
We got 5 locks this weekend in the NFL slate. All right, let's do it.
So if you got money and you're betting,
you got to listen to Adam. Don't listen to Stick.
What? Right? I've been great this season, man. Except on Mike Davis.
That's right, baby. Mike Davis.
All right, if you're in one of those survival pools or like the suicide ones where you got to pick the winner, I think the biggest layup of the weekend is Kansas City Chiefs over the Jets.
Yep, we both got that
pretty
locked up.
Yeah, the over-under on that, though, like that's where the betting line gets weird because NFL, how many games are blowouts like that? Not many. It's
very reliant on the Jets scoring at least 10 points. If the Jets can score 10 points, I'm taking the over.
Okay, the Jets are favored or are picked to lose by 19.5. So you're thinking the Jets will
They will lose by 19.5 or more for sure.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's a lot of points in NFL, man.
Adam Gase is a turtle trying to talk to humans.
Yes! Our first Adamism!
That's right, baby.
If you don't know...
That's the only way I can describe it.
One of my favorite things about Adam is when he compares things that make no sense. It's like a turtle trying to talk to a human. Like, I've worked with Adam before in the past, about a year ago, and those types
moments
of brilliance that comes out of his mouth are what I live for. So yes, Adam Gase is like a turtle trying to talk to humans.
Next game, Tennessee and the Bengals.
Yeah, Tennessee and the Bengals.
This is winning.
I got Tennessee winning. This is an easy call for me.
See, I got the Bengals.
Like, are you talking straight up or are you talking point spread?
No, straight up. I have the Bengals winning.
How?
I have the under. Actually.
How? Tennessee was undefeated till last week.
I know. This is
the Bengals are defeated.
This has loss written all over it. They're coming off a bad loss.
Okay. So you're doing the old Anson Wells trap game.
This is a trap game. Joe Burrow doesn't have Joe Mixon this week, correct?
He was out yesterday. He's probably out today. Most likely.
Whether he plays or not, I'm still going to
He's most likely out.
Joe Burrow, God bless you. He is an amazing quarterback.
He is.
He's got Tyler Boyd, A.J. Green. He is throwing the ball. T. Higgins.
He is
working that football, and I love watching it. I think he's really good. I have the Bengals pulling off the upset. That's my upset of the week.
That's got to be an upset, man. The Bengals aren't even in the same class as Tennessee. If Derrick Henry gets rolling, I can't see this. I mean, the Bengals just got rid of Carlos Dunlap.
Hence the under.
Yeah, they're I don't know, man. I just can't see a way the Bengals win this game or even really are competitive in it. I mean, they went back and forth with the Browns last week. The Browns aren't even in the same class as the Titans. I love Mike Vrabel. I love that attitude. I love that style of football. I love punching people in the mouth and just keep going at them. I love the aggressiveness. I don't know, man. I love Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but come on.
Everything you just said, I completely agree with.
Yeah, because it's facts.
Titans have to lose football games, and I feel like this is one of them.
They just lost a football game.
They're going to lose another one because Joe Burrow isn't going to throw 3 picks like Ben Roethlisberger.
You think they're going to go back-to-back losses?
Yes,
Oh.
and then they're going to probably win 2 or 3 straight, and then lose another one. They'll finish like 12-4 or 11-5.
Yeah, they're gonna end with a strong record, and I think this is one of those games that gets them one of the wins. You know, they got tougher games coming up that they will lose.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, if I'm putting my money on the game, obviously I'm going to pick Tennessee.
Then what the fuck are we discussing?
We're discussing it's a trap game.
Oh, trap game.
Trap game.
Next up on the docket, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I love this game. This is football. This is like how football's supposed to be. Just like we were talking about Tennessee. I love this game.
Yeah.
Love this game.
This is a rough beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful game. We both have the over. The point spread is very low on this game, in my opinion.
Where is it? Yeah, the point spread is 3.5 for the Ravens.
Yeah, but so is the over/under. It's only 46. Vegas, what are you doing?
Because I like the Steelers' offense. I think they put up numbers, man.
Yeah, but it should be higher. It should be at least
what I'm saying.
Like 49.5, 50, 51.
So you're taking the over on
I'm
this
taking
for
the
sure.
over 100%.
But who you got to win?
I got Baltimore winning. I have their defense, so I'm kind of biased, America. Just in case.
No, I love their defense. Patrick
Yeah.
Queen, the rookie out of LSU. I got him as my independent defensive player as linebacker, and he's the number 2 linebacker in fantasy football right now. So I love their defense. But I love Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's always my I talk about this all the time. Every Lions fan has a secondary team. Pittsburgh's been my secondary team since I was little just because of how badass they are.
I'll make a very bold prediction.
Do it!
Ben Roethlisberger throws 3 interceptions, but
Wow.
he bounces back the next few weeks and is a fantasy lock after this week.
Shh, I'm trying to trade for him in one of my leagues.
Oh, Ben Roethlisberger is horrible.
Yeah, don't hype him up. Mike may
he
be
should
watching.
be benched.
I offered a 5th-round pick for him in my Dynasty League just to have him for the end of the year because I started the year out with Dak Prescott. Obviously, snapped his ankle in half. Gardner Minshew looking like he's going to get pulled as the quarterback of Jacksonville. I have Drew Brees. I had to cut Mitch Trubisky. I've had a rough year at quarterback in my Dynasty League.
I'm sorry.
I know, man. But Drew Brees, hopefully he saves me this weekend, or I may be able to work out a trade for Ben Roethlisberger, which I agree with you. The next 3 games that Roethlisberger has after this, money time, baby. He's going to throw for many, many, many yards.
Many.
Let's see. The next game, this is pretty locked up to me, too. Green Bay and Minnesota. Who you got?
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
That's an
Yeah.
obvious pick.
Yep.
I will say, though, if the Minnesota Vikings can come out and score the football on their first drive and put the Packers behind, watch out for the Minnesota Vikings this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. It's a trend with Aaron Rodgers. He has a disgusting record whenever he trails at any point in the game.
Yeah.
You can get ahead on Aaron Rodgers. We're a bad example as Lions fans. But if another football team can get ahead of Aaron Rodgers, I think his win percentage is like 42% when he trails at any point in a football game.
And I think part of that is when you're up on Aaron Rodgers, you know they're going to be throwing and you can gear up. And if you put pressure on Aaron Rodgers, he's a completely different
Yeah,
quarterback.
he'll just throw the ball away because he loves to, protect his stats.
Yeah, well, not protect his stats. So that's smart game managing, man. That's what you do. Like, if you're under pressure, he doesn't try to make the stupid play. And that's kind of what I love about
respect
Aaron
that.
Rodgers.
I
Like,
respect
he's like, all right, I'll take this L, first, second, third down. We'll punt. I'll get him next time. And sometimes you need that as a quarterback, not someone that's going to try to force the ball in, make stupid plays, because that's when tips happen, interceptions happen, and
What are they
big
favored by?
swings. I believe 6.5. What
By a touchdown?
where are we at? Packers, Vikings?
Vikings?
Yeah, 6.5.
I take that.
Yeah,
take that.
yeah,
Yeah.
all day.
Oh.
I'm taking the points with the Packers, and the over/under is 54.5.
Take the under.
Yeah, I'm.
It's a bit high.
I don't know, man.
It could be over.
That one's tough for me. That's
54
probably one I
and a half
wouldn't
is a
bet.
lot of
I wouldn't
points.
bet that.
I would bet the under.
You would?
It's a safe bet.
I'd step away from that bet. I'd just take the points.
Minnesota's banged up. But Green Bay could light them up, though. That's another issue.
Yeah. I mean, Green Bay's been known to put up 40
Adams.
points. Devontae Adams is back.
Yeah, but they have Kirk Cousins.
They got Tanyan doing his thing now. Justin Jefferson on the other side. It's tough. I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I'm non-committal either way, I think.
Fair enough.
And then our third lock of the week, this is another slam dunk like Casey over the Jets, for me at least. I got the Bucks beating the Giants.
We call this a super lock.
This super lock, yes.
Yeah, I got the Bucks over the Giants. Not even close, but I do have the under.
Yeah, see,
You
I
have
got
the
the over. I got the over on this game.
What's the points on this?
It's 46.5.
Yeah,
man.
I got the under.
I think the Bucks can put up 46 by themselves.
Tom Brady. This will be like, I'm calling it now. 27-16.
27-16.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown's gonna
No,
have a
they're
big
not going
game.
to do shit. I think it's going to be a sloppy
Gronk.
game. Bucks defense are just going to overwhelm
Gibson.
the Giants.
Godwin's out.
It's going to be an ugly game.
No, I think Tom Brady is going to do his thing. Oh, thank you, Corey. Look at this. 3 MSU players that are playing this weekend went to Cass Tech. So we're watching 3 Big Ten football players out of Cass Tech. Yeah, what a horrible, man.
Shitty program.
Oh, yeah, awful that they're putting people in the Big Ten.
Yeah, God forbid you give people scholarships and a chance to change their lives.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It
man.
must be horrible.
That's not enough for me. I'm a Giants fan.
Whatever.
Idiot.
All right, let's move on.
Yep.
To more important things this weekend.
The biggest game of the weekend.
Biggest game of the weekend. Detroit Lions host the Indianapolis
Let's
Colts.
go, Lions! Let's go,
love
Lions!
Well, Vegas isn't screaming like you are.
Well,
Vegas loves the Indianapolis Colts.
not loves them.
Well,
they
tack on
like
3
them.
points. It's 2.5 point spread.
So
So
5.5.
5.5.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty much a lock in Vegas logic. But we have.
But we the Lions, baby. Pew pew.
We got to give Lions love.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your key? Your must dos this weekend for the Detroit Lions to win this football game?
My biggest thing is containing the run. If we could stop Jonathan Taylor and contain their running game and start to put pressure on our boy playing quarterback, Phillip Rivers, that's a good recipe for us.
I have a good one for you. How about, what if I told you that the Indianapolis Colts run offense is 25th or 28th in the league? It's one of the two. Yeah, they're not that good at running the ball, and we're pretty good at stopping the run over the last couple
We
weeks.
have been over the past couple weeks.
So I don't think that's the issue. I think where we have an issue is if the Colts get ahead, then they run the ball, because now they're playing what we want to do.
Right.
So I think it's very important for Detroit to get in front this week, put the pressure on Phillip Rivers, and I can promise you, the Lions have a 2-score lead. Phillip Rivers is throwing 3 interceptions.
I want to see Everson Griffin get some run, especially if the Lions get up like that and we know that they're passing. That is the time to unleash that new beast we got on the defensive line.
It's exciting, isn't it?
But for real, stopping the run is everything, because if you stop the run, then you make them predictable. And if you make Phillip Rivers predictable,
Pick sixes.
exactly. So to me, even though they're not great at running the ball, you need to stop that so you don't have to worry about play action. Jonathan Taylor has not been what we thought he would be coming out of college. I mean, if you look at the
Fantasy-wise.
everything-wise, he only has one game over 100 yards. His first game was the only game he got 6 receptions. If you look at fantasy points, DeAndre Swift has already caught him. Like, I think Taylor's 16 and DeAndre Swift is 17. Just consider if Swift catches that touchdown in the first game, he's already like top 14 back. So if you think that Taylor, I took Taylor number 2 overall in our dynasty league.
It's still a good pick.
It's still a good pick. I'm not really too worried about it, but he is not doing what CEH is doing.
Nope.
He's not doing what Swift is doing.
But has he been given the opportunity to do that? I know Marlon Mack tore his Achilles.
When
That changed everything, but he has not carried the ball more than 20 times this season.
No.
And for me, he's more of a workhorse back. I don't think he's that dual threat running back where you're going to toss it to him, or not toss it to him, you're going to give him 6-7 targets. He's only done it one time, and that was the week after Marlon Mack got hurt.
Right, but that's what they should do, man. He
That's
ran
what,
the ball
of course, that's what they should
26 times for 101 yards and a touchdown with 2 receptions.
And that's my concern for Detroit this weekend. The defense, look, if I'm Matt Patricia, I put my pencil right here. Okay? I put on my pencil. I say, we are going to let Phillip Rivers beat us. If we're going to lose this football game, I want Phillip Rivers to beat us.
Yeah, because
T.Y. Hilton has been a shell of himself this year. The Colts defense is the real deal. That is another concern for this weekend. But back to the offense. I don't think the Colts offense is much of a threat. I think we can actually contain them, make Phillip Rivers throw the ball. Expect a few picks.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, like I said, he had 12 carries last week, 12 carries the week before, 17 before that. If he gets up in that 20-carry range, that's when we got to start worrying as Lions fans, I think, because that means Indy is controlling the clock. They got the possession time. They're probably up because they want to, slow down the game. So, to me, controlling Jonathan Taylor, controlling that run game is probably the most A, B, and C thing that we need to do this week.
And it gets their defense on the field, which is a problem because they do have a very talented defense.
Yeah, we need some quick score offense, too.
Yeah.
That's what we need this week.
Yeah, we need to do that first drive of the game. We go out and score. We've been doing that this year. I think 3 times this year. The first time we've gotten the ball, we've ended up with points.
Well, that's what we talked about, actually, even earlier in the season when the Lions were losing a lot of games, is Patricia is good week to week. In-game is where he has the problem. Half to half is where he has the problem. But he's good at game prepping going in, because that's why the Lions usually get the lead in a game. I mean, that's why we blew so many leads that we had.
The script is good. The script is good coming out of the
first
gate.
Half,
yeah.
Right, but he's not great at making adjustments.
But
That's why I propose Matt Patricia coach between weeks, and then we have an in-game coach.
I hope you're not being serious.
I am being serious.
No, he's done good in game the last 2 weeks, especially against Atlanta. Those 2 challenges.
Yes, that was great, and letting Gurley score.
Letting Gurley score, I'm sorry, and then that one challenge was huge.
Yep, I thought that
Game
was
changing.
smart. Very smart. Very smart, Matt Patricia. Good job.
Well, before we get into predictions for the game,
Yes.
I have a very bold claim this week.
What is your bold claim, Adam?
In my preview, I wrote that Matthew Stafford is a guaranteed lock for 300 yards this week.
Okay.
And his favorite wide receiver this week will be Marvin Jones.
Really?
I think Marvin Jones has his breakout game. So if you have him in your fantasy leagues and you need a flex, start Marvin Jones. If I remember correctly, yesterday I believe I had him at about 7 catches, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
7 catches, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He's my sleeper receiver this week on DraftKings.
He
as well.
actually had his best game of the season last year, I believe. I'm trying to pull up the stats right now. Yeah, he did. He had 5 catches for 80 yards last week on 6 targets, which is tied for the second most that he's gotten all season. First game he had 8 targets. Second game he had 6 targets, but then it went down 3, 2, 5, and then back up to 6.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I like seeing him as a part of the offense. We saw it when Marvin Jones was kind of the man here. He can get it done with that deep ball, too. And he's kind of been sleepy this year, if anything.
Sleeping Giant.
Sleeping Giant, you're waiting for him to
I
bust out?
I feel this is the week. If there's a week to do it, it's this week against this Colts defense. They're a very good run defense, but they're very poor in pass coverage. Joe Burrow
man.
lit them up. Listen, Matt Patricia, don't be scared this week, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Throw on
Matty
them.
P, go for it, baby.
Give Stafford that rock. Let him go. Let him air it out, and make Phillip Rivers try to air it out with Matthew Stafford. I promise you'll win that football game.
Dude, look at the Lions' schedule. If they can get this win,
Pole position.
if they can get this win, we're 4-3. Then we got Minnesota, the Washington football team,
I love that name.
Carolina, who we just saw sucks.
Capitulate. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought Carolina was going to come out fight to get to 4-4 last night. That would have changed their season. Now they're 3-5. They're pretty much done. So that's a winnable game. Houston is in disarray. Then we got Chicago, not great, coming back. We should have beat them the first time. Then the end of the season is where it gets tricky. We could lose the last 4 games of the season. I think
there's
You're
a win
going
in those
Green
last
Bay,
4.
Tennessee, Tampa.
I think there's a win.
That 3, we could lose all 3
All
of those.
3, yeah.
Yep.
And then the Minnesota game, maybe it's a pick 'em, but it's at home, so
Wow.
you'd expect Detroit to win that game.
So if we win this week, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, run off 6 games, 8 in a row. Really?
it's
Ooh, man!
It's
Would
like-
you bet that in Vegas? A parlay bet, 8 weeks for the Lions.
I put like $100 on it. Yeah.
I like the
The
schedule.
payout would be
man.
nice.
They got to beat the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Minnesota's
Now, if you're
trash.
locking in, if you're looking at that schedule right now, everyone, you have let's say they beat Indianapolis this weekend.
They have to.
You got to lock the Minnesota game.
You have to.
If you want to have a season, you have to lock the Minnesota game, and
Yep.
you have to lock the Washington game. Anything after that, okay, but you could also lock the Carolina game.
And Houston,
That's, the thing
that's what
with
I'm saying.
That's the thing with the Lions' schedule. It really could be all of these wins, and I wrote about it yesterday. If the Lions win today on Sunday, this will be their first time holding a winning record this late into a season since 2014.
Really?
A winning record.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've always turned it on at the end of the season to make it into the playoffs?
Yeah.
Huh, even under Caldwell?
Yep, week 8. We've never had a winning record since 2014.
That's a crazy stat.
I worked hard for that.
I hate that stat. Oh, shit, Mike's watching. We're talking about Roethlisberger, damn it. Mike, Roethlisberger's not going to be good those 3 games. Just trade me the pick.
Mike, he's bad. Listen, Mike, listen, it slipped out of my mouth.
Ah, that's awesome. Shout out to everybody watching us on Facebook Live right now. Joey, are we up on YouTube? No,
I
we're
don't
not up on
believe
YouTube
so.
right now.
No, YouTube's being a pain in the ass
We're
right
going to
now.
make that happen soon. So, yeah, Detroit Lions, you want to get into our picks?
Sure. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Cool. I got the Lions winning the football game,
Yeah, you do.
and I have the over for this game as well. I have them winning 33-24.
33-24. I also see it kind of going like that. I see the Lions putting up at least 30 points. Stafford having another big game. Last week he went over 300 yards. This week I'm with you. I think he'll go over 300 yards again. But that being said, I think we're going to rely on the run like we have been. So I like this mix with Stafford. I like Stafford not having to throw for 400 yards every game for us to be competitive. So I'm going to take the Lions. I'm going to take the Lions 31 to like 21, 31, 21.
I'm cool with that.
Lions win by 10.
I will say though, we want to avoid last week's game. We don't want to get into this tug of war match with the Indianapolis defense.
No.
We don't want to come off sluggish and we're not getting anything going and then save it for the last 10 minutes of the game. I think if we do that, we're really hurting our chances at winning this game.
Okay.
So, again, coming out strong, making Phillip Rivers throw the ball, put him in those second and long, third and medium range passes.
Yep.
And he's going to give you the ball. Phillip Rivers is turnover prone.
The way he throws the ball always cracks me up.
I think that's what that's what happens when you have 7 kids. Just think you're so busy at home that you forget I don't know that motion.
I don't know how he does it, man.
But he's done it for a long time. Got to give him credit. But
he's amazing. I just don't know how. I just don't know how he does it. It's like Sean Marion back in the day when he played basketball, shooting like this.
I like Dennis's scoreline, 31-27 Lions. I like that, Dennis. That's a good one.
That's right where we're thinking it eventually. I think the Lions will get over 30 in this game.
Yeah, I think if it's a close game, it's a pick 'em at that point. But again, we want to avoid going the under on that point spread from Vegas. If we go on the under, I'd put my money on Indianapolis to win that football game. I don't think.
Yeah, we need a high scoring affair.
We need more than 27 points. If we get more than 27 points, I'm comfortable picking the Lions.
Yep. So let's go Lions.
Let's go
Lions. It's going to be such a fun game.
I love football, man.
Dude, I love football too. And you know what? I don't mind watching the Colts play. I'm kind of excited to see them play. I like their team. I kind of like how they've been building it. I really like their offensive line. I know they're not performing like they were last year, but the Colts are kind of where I want the Lions to go, that direction.
That trending upwards.
Like tough-ass defense, big line, quarterback that manages the game, and a star running back. To me, that's the recipe for success right now in the NFL. I know, Kansas City won it last year with their flamboyant offense and stuff. It'll trend back. I think it'll trend back to the tough-nosed teams.
I like that observation. I actually do. I think it's similar to polling. All of my lifetime, and I'm sure for sure all of your lifetime, polling has always been accurate. When people come out with polling, that president or this election or this company, it's almost always right. And then only in 2016 was it ever wrong. And now people think, oh, polling doesn't matter. It doesn't work. It was an anomaly. And I feel like that is, I wouldn't say the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think the anomaly was the talent around Mahomes. I don't think the anomaly was Mahomes. I think that team was primed and ready for that quarterback to come in and just kill the NFL, and we're seeing it happen.
Well, and you kind of saw that with the Rams when Sean McVay came around. Like, oh, the offense, we're going to go high-energy offense, and now look what happened to the Rams. They're not nearly the powerhouse that they used to be. Cliff Kingsbury, same thing. Oh, he's got this great offense. He's going to come in. Cardinals look nice, but that offense isn't, like, blowing anybody's mind.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I love the way Indy is building their squad. That's the type of football team I like to watch. So you may like the other way. That's fine. I don't care. But that's how I like to watch my football.
I'm underwater?
What?
How?
I don't know.
It's not nice.
That's not nice.
Let me check something.
So other big Detroit news. It was kind of announced overnight and actually kind of announced by the Cubs too, right?
I didn't see that, so you're gonna have to film
Oh,
me.
yeah, Tony La Russa? You didn't see that?
Oh, I thought we were talking. Oh yeah, Tony La Russa, the guy who's in hospice care.
I love Tony La Russa. Don't
I love
do
him
bad
too.
mouth shit.
I'm 76. Where's he gonna coach from? The freaking hospital?
But did you see what happened when they sent out the Tony La Russa announcement to all of their fans?
No, what happened?
They had the AJ Hinch signature on it. You didn't see that? Corey, do you have that picture? Can you find that and throw it up on our socials? Yeah. Yeah, so they had a picture of Tony La Russa, but it had AJ Hinch's signature. So that shows me that obviously that was one of the guys they were talking to. It was a social media blunder. Dude, I'll show it to you. It'll blow your mind. It's hilarious.
I need to see this.
So either way, Tony La Russa gets announced, and they accidentally... Here we go. They send it out with Hitch's signature on it. Where is it?
It's right there. 1 second.
Yeah, let it populate. See? Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, you guys did not do that.
Yep. It says White Sox manager,
AJ
Tony La
Hinch.
Russa. But then if you look at the signature, that's AJ Hinch's signature.
Social media team. Come on. You're better than that.
Yeah, maybe I could get it on camera. Look at this. Look,
I'll fill you in.
yeah, look at that.
It's perfect.
So it says AJ Hinch in the signature. It's written out Tony La Russa, but it says AJ Hinch in the signature. Obviously, AJ Hinch is not going to be the manager of the White Sox because rumor is he's going to be the manager of the Tigers.
Personally, I think it's a good move.
Yeah, I wrote an article about it, I think like 2 weeks ago, and I had AJ Hinch and Cora as the two top targets for the Tigers.
As they should be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I don't want to escalate the situation, but fuck the Houston Astros and fuck all their players because they threw their manager and their GM under the bus. Fuck the MLB for their punishment.
I don't agree with you on this.
Oh no! You gotta agree with me on this.
No.
How?
If you're the manager and your team is doing that and you don't have any clue that they are, you're a shitty manager.
I'm not saying he didn't have a clue. That has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that the GM and the manager got the shit end of the stick and the players didn't.
That's what you do when you're the general. You jump on the grenade for your team. I don't mind that. What I mind is AJ Hinch acting like he had no clue what was going on. Oh, it was the players coordinated it. Like, that's 162 games during the regular season. Then you get all the playoffs. You're telling me he, as a coach, can't notice banging of trash cans and the
I'm sure
team
he
doing
knew.
all that shit?
I don't think that's the
Then
conversation.
don't say you didn't know.
No. Well, he's an idiot for that. But this is the problem with the MLB doing what they did, is we'll never know from the players who was who and who did what.
No.
And that, for me, is the biggest scandal, maybe other than the fixing of the World Series for baseball. It's so shit. But let's not talk about the Astros. This is Tigers Day today.
Yeah.
AJ Hinch finalizing a deal with the Tigers. Great news. I think it's a good move. I can't wait to hear some trash cans go off at Tiger Stadium.
Dude, I don't mind AJ Hinch as the manager, but what I do hate, and that's what I wrote in my article. When did I publish
Denial.
this? When did I publish this?
This is a few weeks ago.
October 8th. So I published this October 8th, the day after my birthday. And I said out of the two, I would take Cora over Hinch because at least Cora acknowledged he knew what was going on. And to me, that's what really drives me nuts about this AJ Hinch thing. Like, he's denied till you die, which is fine. That's the way I used to be. But you got caught, bro. Like, you're pulling the Shaggy, it wasn't me. And
Again.
it was you. It was you. You knew. Like,
Yes.
And if you didn't know, that's almost worse to me, too, because it just shows that you're oblivious to what's going on in your clubhouse. And if you're oblivious to what's going on in your clubhouse,
That doesn't make you a good manager.
that does not. So I really have concerns. Although I do like what he did there, I have concerns over him taking responsibility.
That's where my positivity and upbeat feeling about this is.
Yeah,
I really think
good
this
hire.
It's a good hire.
Yeah.
I think the roster that he will inherit 2 years from now, we could be, I wouldn't say contending for a World Series, but we could be making a statement, whether it's through the wild card or we're second in the division, competing for that top spot. I think it's possible, especially with La Russa. I mean, he's going to be doing Zoom calls during the game to coach his team, so I think that's a
Quit
big
bashing on Tony La Russa,
I'm
man.
not-
I love that
him.
old school style
I
of
love him.
baseball.
I mean,
I
it
thought
broke-
he should have been the coach after Leland left, man. I would have liked that move.
That would have been good.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
I
he
was
wouldn't have been
hoping
in hospice care at the time, so I would have been on board with it.
for. No, he's fine, man. You don't lose that knowledge. Like, we just saw what new analytic coaching does to players, right?
I'm not saying about that.
Oh, that's what I am, though. Like, you want to bash on this guy for being old, for being out of touch.
How is he going to communicate?
For coaching. It doesn't matter. He knows baseball, man. He knows all he has to do is communicate baseball. He doesn't have to talk life with these guys. He's got to put them in position to win, and that's what he does. And like I said, the sabermetrics and all that shit, we just saw it fail on an epic level in the World Series by pulling Snell. Tony La Russa's not pulling Snell. He's old school. He's going to make that dude pitch 120 pitches that game.
Workhorse mentality.
Exactly. So to me, you say what you want about how old he is and all that shit, but the dude knows baseball, and the dude knows how proper baseball should be played. Moving runners, bunting, not doing these stupid fucking shifts for every player.
Could you open up the over-under from Vegas for the White Sox this year?
Oh, jeez.
I would love to see this. I'm like curious because I'm.
Are you talking wins?
Yes.
They
don't have them.
They
yet?
don't have it yet. This is for the 60
Well,
game
we'll
season.
talk about it later. But I'm not on the hype train for the La Russa. I just think it's
I'm not
very,
hyped for it. I just think he's a good coach.
I think he's a great. What do you mean? He's one of the best all time.
So
for
why
sure.
wouldn't you hire him?
He's 76.
So he's the best of all time, like you just said. Like you confuse me sometimes, Adam.
Dude.
The greatest coach ever.
He's
But don't hire him.
76. All right.
76.
We'll see how it plays out, but I know it's going to play out.
Yeah.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
But we have AJ Hinch.
Yes.
And hopefully he can take our young talent and turn them into what he did with the Astros. But hopefully,
we're not banging kind of trash cans.
yeah, I just really want him when he gets announced to like sit down and be like, listen, I'm going to pay more attention to the clubhouse. That shit will never happen again under my like. Take some personal responsibility for what your team did to win a World Series. That's just what drives me nuts. I'm going to root for the guy like crazy. I want him to turn the Tigers back into what we were under Leland. I want to go to another World Series game. I at least want to go to a playoff game. Like, I want that feeling again. So I'm rooting for AJ Hinch. I just need to see some leadership out of him. That's what I need to see.
I'm with you on this 100%.
I love that. Thank you, Adam.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
I kind of don't even want to talk about this,
Me
but we
either.
got to hit on it. When the largest college football player, the number one prospect, Trevor Lawrence, has COVID. Not sure what that means for the team. Not sure what it means for anything. But you know, the best prospect in college won't be playing this week.
Great.
But
But
it's
it's playing
gonna-
Boston College.
Yeah,
They'll still win. I mean, it's not.
It'd be sweet if they like pulled some kid out of college and just like, you know what, we're playing Boston College, we're Clemson. Hey, Bill, you guys want to play quarterback? Trevor can't this week.
That'd be hilarious.
Dabo just drags some kid out of the stands and the
Yeah.
kid does Heisman shit.
That'd be awesome.
So I feel like I could produce at Clemson as a
With
quarterback.
that team around you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could throw the ball 20 times a game. for them.
Not on a Lawrence level, but I think I could. I think I could
I think
beat
you
Boston
complete like
College.
50% of your passes.
Yeah, come on, sign me up, Dabo. I can do it. I still got, I think, 3 years of eligibility left since I dropped out of college so early. So I still got my college eligibility. You know what? At some point throughout this, I'm gonna sign up for a college. Maybe I'll walk on at OU for basketball or something.
I'll go to Cass Tech.
Yeah, I love Cass Tech. Thank you, Cass Tech, for producing 3 athletes I get to watch in tomorrow's game for Michigan State. I'm proud of you.
Good job, Cass Tech. Keep it up.
So that's your morning sports talk this morning. If you got any other topics you want to discuss, just comment on our Facebook page. We're here throughout the day, and we'll comment back for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. We got some big things planned today. We got to give a big shout out to Zott Jeep. That's SZOTT. They're on M59. They're hooking us up with our brand new network vehicle, man. I can't wait to pick this up this afternoon. We're going to go get it in a couple hours, man.
I'm excited. I can't wait to show it off. It's awesome. This is such a cool truck.
It's one of the coolest cars there is right now. I'm so happy that we could get it. What you want me to read? Are you trying to read
My boy
that?
Justin's trying to call in. Did we give out the call number yet?
We did not give out the call-in number right now. We don't have it hooked up to where we can put you through on the live, so we're not doing it yet. But we do have a phone number. Here, hold up the phone, Adam. Just hold it up.
Can we just read it out?
Yeah, that's our phone. So pretty soon we're going to be able to take phone calls in the morning. We'll be able to get your texts. We'll be able, obviously, to talk to you on Facebook Live.
I can't wait for that. I really can't wait to hear people's opinions on this stuff. I love it.
I love it,
No,
too.
seriously, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun to hear from you guys and talk to people. But if you call up here with any of that Cass Tech bullshit, we're going to hang up on you. Just want to let you know.
Yeah. Or we'll keep you on hold for an hour.
Joey's calling.
Oh, Joey's calling.
Pick it up, Adam.
What's
Put it
up?
Put it on speaker.
What's up, Joey?
We're on. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Joey? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm going to McDonald's. You guys want anything for breakfast?
Ooh, yeah, I'll take a breakfast burrito.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, we got the phone working.
There's a preview.
We'll be giving out that phone number soon once we get all of our tech stuff worked out. That's pretty much what we're waiting on to launch everything to do with this network. I'm talking the full lineup, all the shows, our app, and all that stuff. We got big things happening. Like it's tough to tell you behind the scenes stuff, but like the phone, we had to call the phone company, get the phone number, get the phone installed. Now make sure we can run the phone through the board so it can go through the computer so you can hear yourself when we live stream. There's just so many little things that we're working out right now, and it's really cool that you guys get to be a part of it with us and see like, oh shit, I remember when they had a phone, but you couldn't really call, but they have a phone. And that's what we're going through. We're building a network every single day. We're doing little things like today we pick up our truck. We're signing some big names to this network that we're going to launch their shows. We got meetings going on. We got, internet being put in. We got new computers so we can live stream and do shit like Pixar does with our production. Like
Pixar, out of all the examples.
You're damn right. That's the pressure I'm putting on us, and that's the display that we're going to have. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for watching our Facebook Lives every morning at 8 a.m. We got big things coming, and I can't wait. We'll see you at the Michigan State game tomorrow. We're going to be Facebook Living from our new Zot Jeep.
That's right. What
In
are we
Ann
doing
Arbor.
in that truck, by the way?
What's that?
Do you want to give them a hint what we're doing?
We're going to Ann Arbor.
And
we're going to pick up a couple former Michigan athletes. We're going to put them in the back of the truck, and we're going to give out candy in a safe, respectful way.
COVID-friendly way.
Yeah, I'm just going to chuck them at you from the truck. But I'll have gloves on, so it'll be good.
Yep. And we'll throw hand sanitizer on everything.
Yeah, that's what we should do, Joey. Just go around throwing hand sanitizer at everybody. We'll just take gallons and pump it in people's hands.
You should do water balloons, but with hand sanitizer.
There we go.
Chuck 'em at people.
Or like super soakers just like rolling out. We'll be in Ann Arbor tomorrow before the game. Make sure you look for the Woodward Sports vehicle. Stop us, take a picture. We want to take a picture with you.
Sure.
We want to meet everybody right now. We're just going door to door, shaking hands, talking to people, trying to get people aware of Woodward Sports, what's going on. Obviously, you've seen we've added Corey, we've added Artemis. We got our boy Joey Radio coming over. Adam's here. And then, like 6 or 7 more people to be announced?
Yeah, I can't wait to announce that.
I can't wait to announce them either. So thanks for watching Facebook Live. I'll be on Sunday. We'll be on tomorrow before the Michigan game. Then I'll be back on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. to do a Lions pregame plus a fantasy football Q&A so we can help you with who to start and who to sit.
Marvin Jones, people. Pay attention.
Yeah, that's Adam's pick.
That's my lock.
Lock of the week.
I hope I'm not wrong.
Have a great day, Detroit. It's going to be a beautiful one.